Okay, welcome back to Dallair's Book of Greatness. I think that's what it's called. Today, I think I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna do the beginning of the gods, or what happened earlier. Go away. In olden times, when men still worshipped ugly idols, there lived in the land of Greece a folk of shepherds and herdsmen who cherished light and beauty. They did not worship dark idols like their neighbors, but created instead their own beautiful, radiant gods. The Greek gods looked much like people and acted like them too, only they were taller, handsomer, and could do no wrong. Fire-breathing monsters and beasts with many heads stood for all that was dark and wicked. They were for the gods and great heroes to conquer. The gods lived on top of Olympus, a mountain so high and so steep that no man could climb it and see them in their shining palace. But they often descended to earth, sometimes in their own shapes, sometimes disguised as humans or animals. Mortals worshipped the gods, and the gods honored Mother Earth. They had all sprung from her, for she was the beginning of all life. Gaia the Earth, came out of darkness so long ago that nobody knows when or how. Earth was young and lonesome, for nothing lived on her yet. Above her rose Uranus, the sky, dark and blue, set all over with sparkling stars. He was magnificent to behold, and young Earth looked up at him and fell in love with him. Sky smiled down at Earth, twinkling with his countless stars, and they were joined in love. Soon, young Earth became Mother Earth, the mother of all things living, except for Uranus, the sky dude. I'll show you in a second. All her children loved their warm and bountiful mother and feared their mighty father, Uranus, Lord of the universe. Oh, by the way, if this video cuts short, because Olivia pressed the button. Okay.
Oh, and if I do, I won't be alive anymore, so I won't do it.
And there's Mother Earth, and that's Uranus, or Father Sky. Do you even know why people laugh at that? No. That makes a lot of sense. Seriously. Okay, the Titans. The Titans were the first children of Mother Earth. They were the first gods, taller than the mountains she created to serve them as thrones, and both Earth and Sky were proud of them. There were 6 Titans, 6 glorious gods, and they had 6 sisters, the Titanesses, whom they took for their wives. That's weird. When Gaia again gave birth, Uranus was not proud. Their new children were also huge, but each had only one glowing eye set in the middle of his forehead. They were the 3 Cyclopses, and they were named Lightning, Thunder, and Thunderbolt. They were not handsome gods, but tremendously strong smiths. Sparks from their heavy hammers flashed across the sky and lit up the heavens so brightly that even their father's stars faded. After a while, Mother Earth bore 3 more sons. Uranus looked at them with disgust. Each of them had 50 heads and 100 strong arms. He hated to see ugly creatures walk about on lovely Earth, so he seized them and their brothers, the Cyclopses, and flung them into Tartarus, the deepest, darkest pit under the earth. Mother Earth loved her children and could not forgive her husband for his cruelty to them. Out of hardest flint she fashioned a sickle and spoke to her sons, the Titans. Take this weapon, make it into your father's cruelty, and set your brothers free. Fear took hold of 5 of the Titans, and they trembled and refused. Only Cronus, the youngest but the strongest, dared to take the sickle. He fell upon his father. Uranus could not withstand the weapon wielded by his strong son, and he fled, giving up his powers. Mother Earth made Pontus, the boundless seas, her second husband, and from this union sprang the gods of the watery depths. And from her rich ground grew an abundance of trees and flowers, and out of her crevices bright beasts and early man crept forth. Okay. Which one? Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. Oh, actually, almost. Okay. Picture.
Cool picture.
That big lady is Mother Earth, I think.
Yep.
Okay. Do you think it's enough myths for now? What should I do? No. Aries? Yeah. No. Aries. Ares, god of war, was tall and handsome but vain, and as cruel as his brother Hephaestus was kind. Ares and Eris. I'll call them both Ares. Ares, the spirit of strife. Eris, the spirit of strife. No, Ares is confused. Okay. Ares and Eris. Eris, the spirit of strife, was his constant companion. Eris was sinister and mean, but her greatest joy was to make trouble. She had a golden apple that was so bright and shiny, everybody wanted to have it. When she threw it among friends, their friendship came to a rapid end. When she threw it among enemies, war broke out, for the golden apple of Eris was an apple of discord. When Ares heard the clashing of arms, he grinned with glee, put on his gleaming helmet, and leapt into his war chariot. Brandishing his sword like a torch, he rushed into the thick of battle, not caring who won or lost, as long as much blood was shed. A vicious crowd followed at his heels, carrying with them pain, panic, famine, and oblivion. Once in a while, Ares himself was wounded. He is immortal, but he could not bear to suffer pain. Is Marley in it? Oh, jeez. He screamed so loudly that he could be heard for miles. Then he would run home to Olympus, where Zeus in disgust called him the worst of his children and told him to stop his howling. His wounds, treated with the ointment of the gods, quickly healed, and Ares returned as good as ever and seated himself on his throne, tall, handsome, and boastful, the plume on his golden helmet nodding proudly. Aphrodite admired him for his splendid looks, but none of the other gods were fond of him. Least of all his half-sister Athena. She loathed his vain strutting and senseless bloodshed. Okay. Thank you for watching / listening / watching / whatever it is. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and Marley will say bye. He's in his thing.